really loved the Equestria Girls movies when I was younger. Something about them was just so captivating to little me. I think Rainbow Rocks especially just straight up changed my brain chemistry. But looking back now, a lot of the designs, especially for the main six, are questionable. Mostly everyone looking exactly the same anatomically, and they all have the same skin tones as their pony forms, which I get why they did that. I love you, Hasbro, a little bit. Hasbro definitely did it to try and help sell their fashion dolls that they put out. But personally, I like these dolls better. I actually owned Fluttershy and Pinky. No idea where they are now. I just think these figurines capture the personalities more of the characters, and their outfits and accessories were so cute. I hope some of you remember the My Little Pony Game Loft game. When they added the Equestria Girls Guitar Hero minigame, I ate that up. Something about it was so addicting, especially when I'd gotten, I think, Rainbow Dash's special prom dress. Anyways, app games and dolls aside, I'm really excited to get into these redesigns. I've actually done this once before. No, not those. Back in early 2023, I made a few TikToks redesigning the main six. They're all pretty okay, and I actually use a few of them to inspire my upcoming designs, but I definitely know I can do a better job now. I'll be focusing on Twilight, Fluttershy, and Pinky for today's video. Hopefully, if you guys enjoy it, I'll make a part 2 with the rest of the group. So I decided to start with Fluttershy. Her original design from the movie just annoys me so bad. It's not the worst style-wise to me, but it just doesn't feel like something Fluttershy would actually wear at all. When doing those old redesigns, I actually kept the wings for the Pegasi and gave unicorns pointy ears to represent their magic. But I sadly won't be doing that this time around. I did like the sketch of Fluttershy with wings, I thought it was really cute. But I wanted to stick to true human if I could. And sticking to true humans, I decided to do more realistic skin tones for these designs, as well as body types. Starting with Fluttershy, I gave her a paler complexion and also kept her lovely pink hair. Does she dye it? Is it natural? Maybe, I don't know. I still do really like my 2023 design conceptually, but I still want to improve on it, especially the colors, and overall try to make it more Fluttershy-y. I decided as well to make her the tallest of the group. It's a very common headcanon I've seen, and I think it originates from that episode where we see her in Rainbow Dash's Phillies, and she's like super lanky. I kept her down-turned eyes as well. I think they're so cute and give her slight worry lines under them. I changed her cardigan to a nice brown to bring in a more earthy tone to her palette. I like to think Fluttershy thrifts and upcycles a lot of her clothes, and even asked Rarity to teach her to sew so she can mend them. I really wanted to keep that 3-tier skirt I gave her in the previous design, but I made it into an ankle-length dress and kept the cute rope around her waist as well, even bringing that teal color to match her eyes. Even though I love green, I really think it complements the brown and pinks. I do wish I could have snuck some yellow in there, but it just wasn't working, sadly. I gave her even longer hair than my previous design, keeping that wispiness it has in the show. I think it's one of her biggest character traits, and they even use it in the MLP movie so that she can hide herself when first talking to Twilight. One big thing I really wanted to keep for all these redesigns though was the pony's original hair and eye colors, and try to keep a lot of their main color scheme in general. I want them to still be recognizable, and so I tested this on my 8-year-old cousin who was thankfully able to name all 3. When watching a lot of other people do these videos, they tend to age up the cast and have them be in university, as they should, because in the actual show they are adults. I mean, Rarity literally lives alone and owns a whole business. But I actually wanted to keep them in high school, because I think it's kinda cute. But they are all definitely between the ages of 17 to 19, with Rarity being the oldest and Rainbow the youngest. I also think they're all still close friends. They definitely collided in primary school, besides Twilight of course, and have been inseparable ever since. With some headcanons about what her hobbies are and the classes she takes, I like to imagine Fluttershy is really interested in volunteer work like she is in the show, and also does environmental science at school. She's definitely an activist and has her friends help her out at any animal shelters she attends to. Fluttershy is one of my favorites to see people redesign. I don't think I've ever thought, hey, that doesn't look like Fluttershy when seeing one. Everyone always manages to capture that cute shyness energy so well. For all these pieces, I'll be doing a simple full body pose and then a cute close-up with a bit more detail and a way to see the cutie mark shape as their pupils. And here's the finished Fluttershy. So sweet, I love her. I'm honestly so happy with how she turned out. Let me know in the comments if you like it, what you would have done different, and on to the next redesign. Up next is Pinkie-Pie. I didn't realize how many people disliked Pinky's movie design and her character as a whole until watching a lot of MLP redesign videos. Personally, I don't think it's the worst offender for what the character would actually wear, like Fluttershy's and Applejack's, but that magenta skirt really infuriates me, and everyone else I've seen talk about this design agrees. Why is the color there? To mention her later outfits, especially her weird stocking sandal combo from the Legend of Everfree movie, is crazy. So one of my biggest goals for this redesign was to make an outfit that I think Pinkie would actually wear that doesn't look god awful, but still isn't too crazy, so she still blends in with the rest of the girls. But still enough to make you go, oh gee, that's Pinkie-Pie. You can see that I kept a lot of features from the 2023 redesign because I'm still super proud of it. Looking back now though, I really dislike the outfit, especially the jacket and ruffle skirt combo with the bow. It was kind of an amalgamation of two of her movie outfits, and it just doesn't look great or feel great to me anymore. So I decided to go for a much simpler shaped outfit that has layering and bright colors to keep that cute aesthetic. You technically can't see them, but she does have endless confetti candy-filled pockets in her denim skirt, but they're hidden by her top. I definitely didn't steal this idea from Bee and Puppycat with Bee's endless candy pockets. I tried to keep a bow motif going through the outfit, and also wanted to keep a good balance of colors. I'm so happy I incorporated the yellow from her cutie mark into this design. My old one barely had any yellow in it, and instead that stupid purple from her movie outfit, it just makes her look so much more pinky, and the colors contrast a lot better. I was tempted to make her outfit way more Harajuku themed, which is a type of fashion style from Japan that's often very decorative and colorful. There's a bunch of different subgenres, but to me, I think Pinkie would rock Decora. I didn't go that direction sadly, because I was worried she'd look too busy compared to the other girls, but I really think I might draw a solo piece of her dressed that way later on. I still gave her a candy bracelet and necklace, which is a type of beaded item that's often traded or gifted. I think Pinkie would love giving them to every new person who comes to the school so they all have matching bracelets. Okay, so I really need to talk about her hair because I love it so much. I kept it completely the same besides a few tweaks to the bangs as the old design. I'm just so in love with it. I used a more textured brush this time, and I drew a bunch of swirly whirlies to mimic that curly 3C texture. I also gave her sprinkles in her bangs, and I love it so much. For some reason I didn't do it in my old design, and I'm so glad I get another chance to add them. They look so cute. I also gave her these colourful fake nails. I think the idea that they come off when she bakes and are found by her friends when eating them is so silly, especially because she'd be like, oh thanks Applejack, I was looking for that. She definitely bites her nails when nervous, so fake nails are perfect for how much she changes accessories and outfit combos. For her close-up pose, I gave her a piece of strawberry cake to munch on. She definitely always brings cake to eat at recess to keep her going for the rest of the school day, and of course some extra pieces for her friends. The headcanon's about school and hobbies. I think she excels in cooking ed, but doesn't always get top marks due to going rogue from the recipe to make something she thinks is way more awesome and delicious. After school, she babysits and works for the Cakes at Sugar Cube Corner. She's still living with them while away from home and is considered family by everyone in the house. Honestly, I think one of the harder things to do when redesigning the Equestria Girls is not putting their cutie marks somewhere that looks tacky, much like in the original movies where they just have them on their skirts or as a logo on a t-shirt. All of them, as well as most of the background characters too. So I tried going for something more unique with each of the designs. Pinkie has her balloon cutie marks on her earrings and a ring, and even though they aren't huge, I think they do their job. I really envision Pinkie as being black, especially with her curly hair, so I gave her much darker skin. I also made her more chubby than the rest of the girls. It makes her feel more sweet and inviting. I know it's kind of controversial, especially when I was doing it back in 2023 on TikTok to change the skin tones and body types of the girls. There was a lot of fat phobia and racism in my comment section, as well as other people's. Anyways, that all aside, here's Pinkie. I am so happy with this. She looks so cute. She looks so fun. I love it so much. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. If there is anything you would change, tell me that too. She's so cute. Finally, I'll be drawing Twilight and Spike! This is not Side-Twy, she has glasses because I personally think she needs them, much like Side-Twy. I honestly think Twilight's movie outfit is probably the most accurate to character besides Rarity. I really like the blue they brought in, and I do think the little bow tie is cute, however it still feels lacking in a lot of ways. I immediately wanted to change Twilight's weird boot leggings into loafers and cute pink leg warmers. I aim to kind of stick to a nerdy but still fashionable aesthetic for her. I gave her a cute little vest and put that pattern from her socks onto it and made her button up into a long sleeve. It just felt right. I did want to keep that blue, so I made some of the purple tones lean to more of a blue tone, and I really struggled figuring out how to balance a lot of the colours I'd picked for her. And I think I did a pretty good job, but her glasses were truly the hardest to pick a colour for. They were originally a light indigo in my previous redesign, but I think the white evens out the palette. Her skirt was also taking a while to figure out. I know I wanted it longer and still somewhat pleated, but for a while it just looked too empty and distracting, so I put a tartan pattern over it, and that really felt right. Honestly, I do think Twilight has the most going on in her redesign so far, but I'm kind of fine with that, seeing that she's the main character and the outfit looks really cute. In her old design, her hair was layered, but looks really flat. I don't necessarily think it looks bad, but the different length strands in the new design that I've done looks a lot nicer in my opinion. I gave Twilight a darker skin tone. I personally love the headcanons that she's South Asian. It just feels right to me. I obviously kept her hair color. The darker purple is natural, but she dyes the colored streaks. Her eye color is still the same too, but I did add a little bit of pink to the lighter part for some contrast. It's holding the friendship book seen in the show. I just felt like it made sense and looks really cute in the close-up pose. I'm so proud of that. I did remove her cutie mark off the book, so it looked less cluttered though. I also kept that stupid little bow tie from the movie design, but made it thinner like a ribbon to seem more classy and stylish. And I gave her a silver ear cuff. It's been there since my first redesign, and I just think it fits her. Headcanons about her hobbies in school life. She's obviously the top in her history, English, and mathematics classes, and does fairly well in other subjects, and even okay in sport. After school, I think she'd study, of course, but also hangs out with Spike and reads books in her spare time. Speaking of Spike, Twilight is his adoptive older sister instead, and they're both very close. Spike often relies on Twilight a lot, with Twilight always taking time to help Spike catch up on anything he's behind in at school. Twilight is honestly my favorite to draw. She's just so cute, and I love her character and her color palette. I am fiending to talk about Spike's redesign. It never majorly bothered me that he was a dog, especially as a kid, but I think that's because he could speak. And I get why they did it. It would have been weird to have a little kid at a high school running around with Twilight the whole time. So the high school they attend now connects to a primary school that Spike will go to while Twilight is busy. Spike was so fun to draw. I knew I needed to give him spikes somewhere on his clothes, and I think the silhouette of his sleeves is so cute. He also has Velcro joggers and simple dark purple shorts. His hair, much like Pinky's, was colored using a textured brush and swirls. I tried to mimic the shape of the spikes on his head and the bumps of his hair. I also gave him a little snag tooth to reference he's originally a dragon, not just a pony, and decided not to give him pupils so he looks more childlike and cute. As mentioned before, Spike attends the primary school attached to the high school. I think the Cutie Mark Crusaders are probably in the youngest grade for the high school, so they'd probably be around 13, and Spike's still only 8, almost in the oldest grade at primary. He definitely enjoys sports and lunchtime. He does get stressed when he's away from Twilight for too long though. Also, I'm completely removing that weird thing that they do where Spike has a crush on Rarity. I just always cringe so hard when it happens, and I don't really see the humor in it. I gave Spike darker skin, not for any particular reason, I just especially liked how it looked with his color palette. And that's these two cuties done! They were so much fun to draw, and I loved thinking about how Spike would be in the human world as a human himself. Let me know if you guys like these designs, and how you feel about Spike, and whether you'd keep him as a pet, or have him be something else. I'm really interested in hearing other people's thoughts on this idea. And here's the final lineup. I like to think that they look like they came from the same show, but either way, I'm really proud of my improvement from last year and how they all came out. Remember to let me know who was your favorite down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching my video. This was super fun and my first video for the channel. Like I said earlier in the video, if you want to see a part 2, I'm totally for it. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you want to see more of my stuff, I mainly post on Instagram, but I also have a TikTok and Tumblr. Links will be down in the description. I also want to say that watching creators like Justa and Emma Artley really gave me the final push to make my own video. Go check them out, their videos are awesome. As a treat for those who stayed till the end, here's my dog! She's so silly, she's so cute.